Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. I appreciate you guys. So we are getting ready to do Libra. Okay, so I've been taking a break. I had last time I did some readings, I had a tooth infection, which I think I ended up getting like a throat and ear infection. So I haven't been feeling well. So I'm back. I'm gonna get these readings done before the end of March, the rest of the signs. So you guys, we got a lot going on. I do suggest if you watch for your sun and moon, that's fine, but watch your ascendant also, because I do feel like the astrology is important when we're talking about the energies going through the air and the energies affecting us. And your ascendant is going to be your rising sign, which is going to be lined up with the birth chart stuff that I am talking about, if I mention that. So I don't think I say that enough for people that, you know, if I'm talking about something being in your fourth house and you're a Cancer, or you're whatever, that means your rising would be Cancer, not your sun. So, because we wouldn't know without seeing your birth chart which house your sun was in, okay? Like, it would depend on what your rising is which houses are being affected. But that's a whole nother, I don't want to complicate it too much, but if you do want to check out and get your birth chart, go to like Cafe Astrology or any of those sites where you can get it for free. You can look it all up, and it's really interesting stuff, you guys. So I am going to I've kind of redone my desk here a little, and I've cleared my space a little. It needed it. I'm gonna get a drink. All right, well, I thank you guys. I hope everybody's doing well. All right, so we're gonna start with my little prayer. I haven't done this for a while. I was just worried about the videos being too long, but I just feel like it really helps clear up the mind space and the heart space for you guys also as we're doing these readings. So Libra, let's just go ahead and say this little prayer. Just you can just shut your eyes with me, or just shut your eyes and just listen to the words. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance, protection, and unconditional love. I'm grateful for all known and unknown, seen and unseen divine energy, guiding, allowing, and protecting us as we receive these messages with an open heart and mind. I pray these messages of healing and protection reach those who need them, and those who will fully embrace and express their own divine energy for the highest and most loving good. As we walk on the path of love, healing, and redemption, may your healing light touch, train, and transmute all darkness with understanding, acceptance, and faith in the holy light of love. Amen. Thank you, Spirit. All right, guys. So, got a little bell here. All right. Okay, guys, thank you for doing that with me. All right, so first we're going to get decks have changed. We're going to pull a chakra card to see what we're dealing with the chakra here, so I can use the correct oil for your reading. I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. I have a feeling there's a lot of changes and shifts happening right now, you guys, and I've been rethinking, like, man, there's so much. Like, I want to bring astrology in. I want to start talking more about the houses. I've made this awesome interactive, like, chart for my door, so I can see exactly where everything's at right now. So if you see me looking over here, I'm looking at that. It's just a quick reference. It's really nice to have that, and I can, like, show people, because it's really hard for people to kind of understand if they haven't done a lot of astrology or anything, like, what their birth chart looks like and which cards are associated with which decans and which parts of their signature, their energetic signature. So right now, we, like, for instance, we have the sun in Aries at 3 degrees or whatever. So it's in the first decan of Aries, which is the 2 of Wands. So that's really about that focus and preparation and getting ready for, and we are focusing and preparing for a lot of shifts and changes. We're feeling that. We also got Venus in the same decan, that focus, that preparing, that preparation, that planning, and that wanting to be aligned with our energy. So I am feeling all this. So the chakra card you guys got here is gut instincts. This is solar plexus. Ooh, let's get that book real quick. I do want to read these. And we are going to be doing, okay, since Neptune is switching signs, which is a really big deal, only switches signs about every 14 years, you guys. So we're getting ready, Neptune is getting ready to move into Aries also. This is a lot of assertive, focused, determined, creative, inventive, innovative energy. You know, we're getting ready to integrate, you know, with this Piscean energy, which is really dreamy, and we're going to be integrating a lot of vision and ideas that we've had and things we've been thinking about for the last 10, 11, 12 years, you know, into action as we are starting to enter a more active masculine energy, as far as the doing and the receiving. We've been in a really place of deep soul searching and introspection, where now we're going to be focused outwardly and trying to really work with our environments and stuff to get everything aligned. So let's go ahead and read this. 19, I love this. Intuition, gut instincts, knowing, sensing, trusting. Okay, Libra. In the center of your being is a quiet space of inner knowing. Still your mind so you can connect with the call of your instincts. Excuse me. All right. Calm and poised. The lion knows who he is. Wow. He knows where water is. He knows where to find food. He knows how to go to keep his family safe. He knows when it's time to rest, to play, and sneak, and to run. He does all this without thinking, without doubt, question, or hesitation. The lion is pure wisdom in action because he follows the moment-to-moment inner pulse of his being and the undeniable call of his instincts. Something calling here, something you need to know, or maybe sensing and knowing and needing to put more trust in here. Our gut instincts are our soul's way of communicating. So there's something maybe here, Libra, you're dealing with in a gut instinct way. You're feeling something, you know something. And I feel like this is a message saying you need to listen to that. If you're getting a nudge or something in your gut, or you know something here, you know you should be doing something, you know you're not doing something, or you know you shouldn't do something, or you know or it could be about your environment, it could be about a move you're making. You know, this is a general message, you guys. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But it says, while our minds produce thoughts and rational interpretation of our experience, our instincts connect to a more sensitive, intuitive wisdom that often communicates through physical sensations in our bodies, those feelings we get. And you're gonna have to excuse my coughing, you guys, and I may take some drinks. My throat's still ain't up to par. I love that. Let's see here. I want to okay, let's see here. I want to look at something real quick. Bear with me. It's not really giving the... maybe it does in the back. Okay, yes, here we go. This is what I wanted to look at for the chakra, okay? And this, like I said, is it's the solar plexus, which is about I will. So we're going to go ahead and look at that here. Yeah, it's that gut instinct, stomach area between the navel and the sternum. It's also a fire element. It's vitality and digestive fire. This makes a lot of sense with us getting ready to, we are really feeling a lot of Aries energy right now. And I watch astrology channels, and Ellen Bass, his wife was on like a week or so ago, and he and she were talking about, you know, this fire energy, and she was talking about nettles, and she's an herbologist, herb medicine, and really, really interesting stuff. And I like oils and essential oils and flowers and stuff, but and I love tea, but she said nettles will really help either, like, you could, by the way you prepare it, you'd have to watch it, but maybe, like, you can make a cool, soothing medicine, or a more fiery, hot, warm medicine. And they were talking about, and it made a lot of sense, about using that fire energy, either going with it, and if you were inspired or whatever to do something, to do it, and that would be like rolling with the fire, like kind of feeding the fire. Or if you feel like it's all over the place and it's unstable, and it's about calming it down. Now, like for instance, in my chart, I don't have very much fire. My North Node is in fire. So this has been an adjustment, learning that Leo energy compared to that Aquarius energy, which is my South and my North Node. And Leo energy is a lot different than Aquarius energy. It's very individual, and but yet it comes really from a deep place. And where Aquarius energy is very collective and very, like, I don't want to say surface, but it feels more surface level, so it's going way deeper there. But that being said, it's really important right now that you're listening to your body. If it's feeling rushed or pushed, you need to calm down and, like, simmer down and cool down. If you're feeling like heated, like overwhelmed, you know, calm down, find ways to cool off, to meditate, to calm your mind, to calm your nerves, your system. That was coming through as I was reading that about the fire element, and just thinking about all this fire we're going to be dealing with. And if you are not familiar with a lot of fire in your chart, it's going to feel, it could feel a little out of balance for you if you haven't been working with the fire element. I feel like I've done a lot of work with the fire element, but I feel that a lot more work's going to be done here in this next 5-10 years here. So it also is about the warrior, you know, which is very Aries energy also. I'm getting that Leo fire, Aries fire, Sagittarius fire, all this fire energy coming through even in your reading, but that makes sense because this is a very collective energy, Neptune moving into Aries. And this is in astrology, it is related to Aries and Leo. Mars. And Mars right now is in Cancer, which is a water sign. So, yeah, this is really interesting stuff. And the crystals for this chakra are citrine, emerald, topaz, amber. I love that. And some of the oils is lemongrass, eucalyptus. And that's, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit on the solar plexus chakra if you don't know a lot about chakras. And this is a nice little book and it comes like your deck, you know, and it's just a nice little, I've had it for a long time, but I just have been feeling like those chakras are needing a little extra love. We're needing to pay a little more attention to those spaces within ourselves that are kind of our centers, our sensors, you know. So let's just kind of, in a harmonious, balanced characteristic of the solar plexus, you're going to be tolerant and accepting of others, confident and strong-willed. Yes, it is about confidence and strong-willed, trusting yourself. With your guys' message, I feel like with this gut instinct, you need to trust yourself right now. And if you are still feeling some doubt with trusting yourself for your decision-making or anything like that, you guys, maybe try a couple of those crystals or an oil. I know I went on, these are off Amazon, and they're just some chakra oils. And, you know, if you get a deck like this, you can definitely draw a card, and then use the associated oil. I mean, they aren't the most cheap, but I'm telling you, you know, so we're going to kind of tap into your guys' the solar plexus. We're going to activate our solar plexus energy while we're doing your reading, okay? And it's about having a purpose, knowing your purpose, knowing what you're doing, and not questioning or doubting what you're doing, okay? This is really about trusting yourself. So that is really nice. Gut instincts. And like I said, right now, it's also important that, so with Neptune, I love Neptuning in energy, but I have strong Neptune. It's I have a lot of aspects going to Neptune. I've lived a very Neptunian life, but it's also caused a lot of problems because there is a lot of illusion and there's a lot of disillusion. And when that disillusion happens and the reality hits, it's like heartbreaking. It's like devastating. It's like the end of your world as you know it. That's what I think a lot of people are going to be feeling. If they aren't familiar and those Neptunian energies, Piscean energies aren't strong in their chart, this is gonna give you a feel a little for that. It's not bad. I love Pisces energy. I love Neptunian energy. I love that energy, but it's also can be dangerous. It also can be escapism, addiction. I've dealt with all that, you guys. So this is very, very real stuff. I have a Pisces moon, you know, in my 12th house is my, which is ruled by Pisces. But yeah, it's just my North Node's there. So yeah, it's been a fun ride, but I wanted to pull out our blind spot cards. Okay, so this is a little shadow work. We are going to be doing some shadow work probably, I don't know, probably for the next at least a month or two. Probably start now, and I don't know when it'll stop. Just whenever I'm guided to switch decks, but I do want to get a blind spot card for you guys, and we will read this at the end of your reading. It is this. These are blind spots. So this would be where your blind spot is. It's a number 4, and we will definitely let's put that over here since we're going to read it at the end. I just wanted to get it pulled while we're talking about trusting yourself and you know, kind of where there's a will, there's a way, and not doubting yourself and having strength and courage and being brave enough to follow your instincts, follow your gut. All right, so let's go ahead and get, this is the, what is this? The light oracle? Hold on. I had to reach down here. Yeah, Soul Light Oracle, and then I'm going to get one for the Angels Ancestors Oracle. So we are going to get one of these Soul Light. And then we will get your tarot, guys. Libra, Soul Light. Oh, that oil smells really good too, you guys. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. Ooh, it's a Phoenix. I love that. Something new here. It says spiritual rebirth. So something really, I feel like you're going through a time right now where you're learning to trust the process and trust that you are going through something here. Learning something, being shown something, maybe about yourself, but also about the things around you, and kind of moving through life with that kind of trust that everything does happen for a reason. Embrace spiritual awakening and profound renewal and enlightenment. Awakening, renewal, spiritual enlightenment. I love that. So really feels a lot more strong. It's feeling like you've gained a lot of strength through this last cycle that you guys have been in, whoever this is resonating with. So let's get this Angels and Ancestors advice. Nature's wisdom and healing. Nature's wisdom and healing. That's pretty. Spirit of the forest. Maybe get some fresh air. Also, what I was just talking about, like nature's healing. Maybe some oils or teas or something like that would be really good for you right now. Especially during a rebirth or an awakening and a lot of like perspective shifts and stuff. It can be really nice and calming just to find our center. And like sometimes that may require a little extra medicine from Mother Nature, or, you know, and oils are Mother Nature and all the stuff I was just talking about. So that makes a lot of sense there too. All right, let's get some tarot for you guys. Okay, Libra. All right. Six of Pentacles is where you're at. This is a card about just wanting to balance things out, wanting to make sure you're giving to the right things, making the right choices, investing your energy, your time, your efforts, and everything into the right things, sharing your resources with the right people, Also knowing that it's give and take. Six of Pentacles is about that give and take. They're all gathering here. I love that. And, oh, and the Ten of Cups. Interesting. Crossing that. Let me get your... Yeah, choices to be made. Ten of Swords in the past. Ooh. Okay, that... King of Cups. High Priestess. Wow, this is a pretty strong energy. Okay. Excuse me. Let me put this up. Yeah, I'll just put it right there. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely having been gone through something at the end here. Just done. There's a ending that has happened here. I was feeling that newness coming in. A lot of the times, this Ten of Swords, to me, especially when I read the Ten of Swords, and it's because I've had a lot of thinking, overthinking, overkill, you know? And it is overkill. This is overkill from other people, like, mentally, and it's just a lot of being down. It's a lot of, and, you know, swords are communication. Swords is mental and messages and communication. And this is a lot of negativity put on you, probably by others and yourself. That's just brought you down. And this can be even the things we tell ourselves, like, you know, a lot of the times swords is mental. It's the way we see it. It's the way we look at it. And he's not lost hope, though. That he, in this card, the person is not dead. They've not lost hope. They have hope. And so this is where you are coming from, is this end. It's the end of a lot of, like, mental torment and a lot of just, you know, I remember when I used to get, like, could be, like, just years of just a lot of bad communication, fighting, name-calling, backstabbing, gossip, self-negative talk, all this stuff. All those swords represent a lot of pain that just, it's put you down. But now it's time to rise again. And that's where the spiritual rebirth and this phoenix comes in. And I do feel like it's time to embrace, like, getting up and rising to the occasion. And the occasion here, the potential here, so it's kind of left you at a point of, it feels like a spiritual death, okay? Because we have judgment at the root of this. So at the root of this, we got judgment, which means it feels like this is how awakenings happen. This is how rebirths happen. We get to the end, and it's a spiritual death. We feel a lack of spirit, so much that we are actually feeling dead. Like, we might be alive, our bodies might be alive, but the only thing we have left is a prayer and a hope and faith that things will get better. And this is about making that choice and rising to the occasion. Judgment card, rising up again and making those choices for yourself, following your instincts, being courageous, being brave. A lot of things I feel like you've learned have been about trusting your intuition, sensing things, becoming more intuitive, following your gut, maybe not the logical thing that makes sense, but your feelings. Because at the top we have the King of Cups, and he is all about the feelings, but he's very in control of his emotions. I like that with the gut instincts, it also had that fire energy, and it was really emphasizing when we were talking about the chakras, and I kind of got on that side message about the cooling of the fire. And the King of Cups is a perfect example of being cool, calm, and collected around a lot of emotions, surrounded by emotional people, his own emotions, but always being there in a really grounded and stable emotional, he's a stable emotional energy archetype. So you have the potential to be this person, and for yourself in your own life, maybe for your family, because we do have the family here crossing the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is, you know, that give and take, that sitting down, and it looks like they're all kind of showing gratitude for what they have. You know, this is a new deck, and I do want to just see what the, it's called the Nightfall Tarot. I just got it, so I just want to see. It's really short, and yeah, when you've been reading cards for a long time, a lot of times you don't read the book, but I like to read the books as I kind of, yeah, generosity, equity, goodwill. It's pretty short, So if you like a short, sweet definition for your cards, I love the art in these. I love the black and white. The white pops. I'm going to show you this Ten of Cups. It's beautiful. This is something to do about creating an emotionally stable, happy family life. And this means you it's about giving thanks and sharing what you have with those that you love or those that are around you. It's interesting that the Ten of Cups is the thing kind of crossing this. I feel like there's more you want to give to your family. That's what I'm getting from this. And it says, give thanks to the land and trees around her and bounty of pentacles, discs on the table before her. Her appreciation is shared by two men who have come to combine the wealth of their respective nations. So they're all coming together, bringing what they got to the table. So they may prosper and have gratitude, and unity will ensure the health of everyone. So I do really love that, because it's kind of like, feels like there could be a coming together of resources, or a sharing of things here where you need to share and accept maybe help too, maybe from family, friends. But this feels like it feels like there's a whole bunch of blessings right here in the middle, and you have a lot to be grateful for, a lot to show gratitude to. And it's saying, do it. Be grateful. This is judgment. At the root of this is a calling to say, okay, you're the only one judging yourself at this point. What are you going to decide? Are you going to decide that you are, worthy, and that you are not just worthy either, because there's something about trusting your decision making here. With your gut instinct, spiritual rebirth, it's saying you need to make the call for yourself. And if there is something here you need to give to, you need to share yourself with, or you need to accept from another in your life or others in your life, it's saying you need to make that call. The King of Cups is very intuitive, can feel a lot. He's always there to listen. He has a lot of compassion, but he doesn't get wrapped up in everybody's emotions. Because he's so mature emotionally. Okay, so this is about really making an emotionally mature decision. But it's coming from a very a very deep instinctual place. Because next, this even goes, you got the High Priestess, and this is her asking you, hey, what do you see? What do you feel? What are you doing? And trust that. Follow your instincts right now. Follow your intuition. There is something here that's, I feel like, asking you to become a part of it, to become more invested, to bring yourself fully to the table, or allow somebody else or some other people in your life to bring themselves fully to this. Kind of just to open that door for that Ten of Cups, which is completely happy, emotionally satisfying, fulfilling community, family. So this could have to do with family, community, soul tribe, whatever. But the High Priestess, follow your instincts. You are feeling excited here. We got this. There is the Ace of Wands in the place of you. And this means you are feeling spirit. This is, to me, if you've been with my channel, you know that wands are spiritual to me. They're fire. That's creative energy. It's fiery, exciting energy. Also, the wands represent creation. There's something here being created. This is you. A spark of divine creative energy awakening within you. A spiritual rebirth. A following of your spirit. Maybe you're being asked right now to listen to your spirit, listen to your fire, follow your wand, follow your fire, your spirit. Oh, we got the Chariot. Okay, so this is around you, the others or environment. Definitely big cards here. The Chariot. This is somebody wanting to have a win here, a victory. Could be somebody around you coming really focused on being at your table, helping you, being a part of your family maybe, or just the environment, like the energy around you is conducive, helping you to move forward towards a more instinctual, trusting place with yourself. That's what I am getting, Libra. Trust yourself right now. I know after the Ten of Swords, it's hard to trust others and ourselves, but this message is really asking for self-trust and following your instincts. Not the logic, not what your brain says, what your gut says, what your gut's saying. Let's see. Oh, we got the Star, another big card, Libra. This is Wow, you're healing. This is also, yeah, healing, wishes coming true. And not just wishes. This is, to me, this is about really bringing your most high divine self to the earth. And guidance, following your guidance, following your natural, deeper instincts. Ancient, this also speaks to me about astrology. Following your star, following your star, following your North Star, maybe your North Node, maybe your, and trusting that you are being guided and led in the direction that you are meant to be led. So that is, and maybe that is definitely what you're hoping, wishing. There could be something here you are wanting to, I feel the star a lot of the times as wanting to incorporate our spiritual selves into what we're doing. Not a lot, because I feel like a lot of the time throughout history, people have kept that separate, but it's getting to a point where they cannot be separated. We have to, and this is just my take on it, but we have to integrate our spirit, our spiritual energy, our spiritual beliefs, our wand energy, our fire, our passions, our beliefs, our guidance into our actual matter, the physical matter that we are dealing with. So yes, definitely feeling that star there. That's really nice. I love that. Very, very big cards in your guys' reading. Okay, so we could have a little conflict here. Five of Wands, but it's not the Five of Wands and then Ten of Pentacles. Yes, I was feeling this. Like you want to give more. You want to leave. You want to bring more to the table or make something bigger here. Maybe your family. Maybe you're looking at expanding your family, making your family more, or your community bigger, or your, something like that. It feels like an expansion wanting to happen here, but it's going to require that you trust yourself and use the energy around you, this Chariot energy, to move forward and stay focused on the victory, focused on the goal, focused on where you're going, mind and body, energy. Keep your energy and everything focused on that vision in front of you, because we got that Ten of Pentacles on the bottom, which is all about building that material, the material success and wealth. And by wealth, it doesn't mean maybe rich, but everybody's happy, everybody's satisfied, everybody's content. And I do feel like this has some like merging of energies. The Five of Wands, this can be challenging energy, but it's not like necessarily just fighting energy. Five of Wands is more like it's going to be challenging. It's going to challenge you to grow. It's going to challenge you to use your skills differently. It's going to challenge you to think differently. But wands are fire, so it's challenging. It's challenging your growth and your courage, because these guys are really just kind of feeling each other's energy out, seeing who's kind of like got the most like kind of determination or grit or will, as we go back to the will, the solar plexus chakra. Who's got the most will? Who's got the most determination to kind of keep challenging and bettering themselves and those around them. So there is a feeling here of a little bit of competitiveness, or a little challenging, but it's kind of more like a lighthearted, challenging energy. It's like somebody could be really challenging you to step up and follow your instincts, or this may be even within yourself, you feeling challenged by needing to like practice something more, do something more, or stay the course, stay focused, stay moving forward, stay on the healing path, stay on the rebirth path. So this is kind of where this energy could be leading here. It's not the Five of Wands. It's just going to help grow you spiritually. That's what this is basically saying. You're growing. It's just going to be challenging to grow spiritually, especially when we're talking about, I got to trust it, like my fire. I got to trust my spirit. I got to trust my soul. And that's what I'm getting with your reading. So that's really, really nice, you guys. Now, I do want to we're going to read the blind spot card. And then I'm going to get you a spiral oracle card, which will be a little softer energetically, because the blind spot can be pretty harsh advice, or it can feel heavy. So just prepare yourself if it is something like that. But it is something that just to look at. If it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate. But if it does, it's something to look at. It's just shadow work, you guys. It's nothing to get upset about. It's just something to look at. What do we got? Your motives. Why are you doing something? That is another thing with the Six of Pentacles. Okay? Why are we doing something? Is it to take advantage of others? Are we exploiting others for our gain? This is about making the right call, making a fair, balanced call for yourself and those around you. It says, if you have drawn the sigil, you are not aware of your true motives in the situation at hand. So there might be deeper motives here that you need to listen to, deeper instincts. You could be being pulled in one direction and like telling yourself one thing, while actually your instincts are telling you another, like not to do something or to do something or to, yeah, there's definitely some kind of conflict. That would be a conflict. My mind wants this, but my gut knows this. That's what I'm getting with your message. In order to avoid the consequences of this blind spot, you are going to have to be brutally honest with yourself about the actual intentions, motives, and desires. You're going to have to do this, even if it makes you feel as though you may be a bad person, which you are not. We all have to go through these kind of stuff. As people, life is torture for us to live if we have a poor self-concept, if we feel, and that is going to be judgment too. Could be asking you to be brutally honest with yourself about what your intentions are, motivations are for giving to something, or maybe sharing your table with somebody, or sharing your home with somebody, or expanding on your family or your group, or something here. Something is really, really deeply calling you to listen. And if it feels challenging, like you want to kind of take the, I don't want to say easy way, but yeah, if you want to like not grow spiritually, you may not move forward with following your instincts. It may take some brutal honesty here. That is judgment. It's also, you know, kind of being our own judge, saying, yeah, I could have did things a lot different. I can do things a lot different. Why? What are my intentions? And am I doing this for the highest good, or am I doing this for my own self, my own lower minded thinking? You know, that's another thing. And it says, you're going to have to do this even if it makes you feel as though you may be a bad person. As people, life is torture for us to live if we have poor self-concept. We have to see ourselves as good. You have to see yourself as good. You have to trust yourself. And it's easy for us to, when we make, I don't want to say bad decisions, but we maybe aren't doing things for the right reasons. It can make us feel really cruddy about ourselves, which can influence our energy. And it says, but this means that for the sake of seeing ourselves a certain way and being seen a certain way, we are perfectly capable of even fooling ourselves about the truth of our actual motives, intentions, and desires. For example, we might gossip and plot against someone simply because we are so envious or jealous of them. We might tell ourselves that we are marrying for love, when in fact we are marrying a person simply because of status or security. So that could be something like this too, where you're doing something for security and not love, or there's something deeper here calling you in one direction, and you're doing something kind of, and it doesn't mean we're bad. We really do tap into those survival instincts, but this is saying to follow your intuition, follow your heart. Lion, I was talking about Leo, and it's about that heart. It's not about doing things because it's what fits in or what gets you attention, or, you know, that could be the shadow side. But the real light side and the light-filled side of Leo is that it comes from the heart. If you're not doing something from your heart here, if you're not sharing your table with somebody from your heart, or you're not accepting something with an open heart, and you don't have gratitude where you should have gratitude, or, you know, there's something here about family situation maybe, but there is definitely a feeling here of needing to re-examine why you're doing something, and is it true to your gut? Is it true to your heart? Yes, I am. That is making some sense here. And it says, we may say yes to something we don't want to do, but act as if we do want to do it, so that we can get whatever reward we are after. We do this anytime we have a means to an end attitude. May be acting two-faced, which is always an indication that our true motive is being hidden. What is the true motive if you are split? You're saying one thing, but you're feeling another. Maybe you're sending mixed messages in a family situation or something like that. That could be, you know, this that comes in real. And I really do have to say, when I first got it, it was harsh. It was hard to look at the blind spots. But man, after doing a lot of work, it's like, man, of course I am selfish. Of course I've done things from lower minded places. I'm human. And that acceptance of being human makes shadow work a lot more ease. You know, you get through it with ease, and it's not like, oh, that ain't me, you know, less defenses. And it's like, hey, I can accept that I'm human. I can accept that I've made a lot of bad choices, and I can accept that I'm also a powerful, willful human being that wants to work on this stuff. And, you know, being not offended by looking at these parts of ourselves that do things for the wrong reasons or say something negative just to make ourselves feel better or whatever they are, can really bring in that balance and that reflection that we need to be kinder to ourselves and others, and really look at and really truly get what we want, not what we say we want when really deeply we want something else, but to really align with our truth. And that is judgment, you guys, aligning with your truth now after all this, after all these swords, these lies, these backstabbings, these thoughts, these maybe negative lying thoughts to yourself or others. But yeah, there's definitely something here to be way more honest with yourself about. Maybe just look at it. It says, we may pay the bill simply because we want to force people at the table. Wow, this is interesting, because this is the blind spot deck, but there's a table on this new deck I just got. So you could be doing something here. And it says we may pay the bill simply because we want to force people at the table to be indebted to us, staying allied with us. So we may do something for somebody. We may open up our home to somebody. We may open up our but it's because we want something in return. We want their undying gratitude, or their service, or their, you know, or, you know, you could be really keeping somebody down. I'm not saying this is you, but this is an example that's happened in my life where I was really kept down, but I feel like it was a way to keep me, you know, you can make somebody making them feel crappy just so they keep trying to do better. So they keep bringing better and better and better to the table while you keep saying that's not enough, or that's, you know, this is very interesting energy I'm getting here. But yeah, that can be another thing, you guys. And it says when someone does something to displease us, we say, after everything I've done for you. The problem isn't the motive itself. You could be doing this. Maybe it's just something you need to look at. Maybe it's even kind of unconscious, but it's something to definitely, that's why it could be a blind spot to look at. You could be doing this in your family. You could be doing this with your mate. You could be doing this with your children. Do something really nice for somebody and then be like, oh, after everything I've done for you. You know, I think everybody's, I know I've done that. I know I've said it. Like, really? I just did this and you're going to treat me like this? Like, okay. You can't expect special treatment just because you were nice. I mean, it would be nice if we got nice treatment or special treatment back because we do nice things, but that's not how life is. You have to do it from a good place. Like, I'm doing this because I feel like it's what's right. And if they don't see the value in that, that is their problem. It's not my problem. And it says, the problem isn't the motive itself. The problem is we are fooling ourselves about it and fooling others about it. This makes it deceit. If we want to transcend this blind spot, we must be willing to feel shame. This is the worst human feeling you can possibly feel. Shame. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed I said that. I'm ashamed I did that. I'm ashamed I lied to myself about what I wanted or what I didn't want or what I did and didn't do. There's so much, you guys. And it says we must really admit to ourselves what our actual motives, intentions, and desires are, even if doing so makes us see ourselves as bad or wrong. Otherwise, we are leading ourselves and others straight down the path of suffering. I love that. It is, like I said, it's just something to think about. We are going to go ahead and get a spiral oracle now. Yeah, we don't want to lead ourselves down a path of confusion or others. We want to be very clear and brave and say what we need to say, mean what we say. The moon. Interesting. The moon. And we are going to read this. And that moon energy, you know, that's that intuition. There's something here calling, deep gut calling here. I do love that. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Let's read that. Moon. Something calling here. Something asking you to follow and trust your instinct. But if you aren't doing something for the correct intentions, or you aren't being really honest with yourself, it's going to be hard to trust yourself. It's going to be hard to trust where you're going. So you got to trust your healing process. You got to trust doing the work, all the stuff, and really only give to what you feel is worthy of your giving, and accept only what you need, not more, no less. And that's the same with when you give or you share your stuff with others, including the emotional stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to be money and resources, but it could very well be. Yeah, we're all human. So the moon, the luminous and mysterious moon, exercises a great power of attraction over the waters of the earth. Its phases influence the tides, the sap of plants, the migration of birds, the rotation of the planet, and our human body. These natural cycles remind us that our human behavior is not separate from our surroundings. It unashamedly exposes us to the most transcendental wisdom. We live in an expansive and infinite spiral. I feel the energy of the moon in my waters, waxing to initiate and strengthen, becoming full. Really nice. And that's that King Cups, you know. We've got a lot of this moon energy here, the High Priestess. It's like all connected. So if something isn't, something here is happening to strengthen you and make you stronger and get you to trust yourself more. And it might feel challenging. It might feel like a conflict within yourself, but it's really asking you to maybe use some oils, maybe sit and really go deep here so that you can challenge yourself spiritually to grow. I am feeling like there's a challenge here to grow spiritually, and to answer something here in your spirit, your soul, about bettering yourself and clearing up the energy within you and outside of you. It will. Waning, it says waxing to initiate and strengthen, full to expand and project, waning for introspection, for letting go. Dark moon, inviting me to receive, purify, and explore my inner vision. Now that is where we're at energetically right now. We're getting ready to have that solar eclipse in Aries. And that moon's going to be a new moon. Dark, you know, very dark. New moons are dark. Full moons are illuminated. So the dark moon or the new moon is inviting me to receive the messages. Hear the calling from deep within me to receive, purify, cleanse, and explore my inner vision. Explore its truth. Explore its roots. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Does it really resonate with my spirit, with my soul? Or is it just logical? Is it just, you know, am I lying to myself about, oh, this is going to be fine, or this is fine because I'm comfortable, or, you know, also having a lot of gratitude for these lessons we learn is important also. And so the key word for this card is detachment. And it says the only constant of life is change. Like the cycles of the moon, everything is in constant movement. I mean, this could be also that too, like maybe just not wanting to change something, maybe wanting things to stay the same, but they can't. They aren't meant to stay the same. You're not meant to stay the same. Things around you aren't meant to stay the same. Everything changes. It says the moon is everything is in constant movement, a steady, indifferent spiral of change. I love that. The only, it says practicing detachment is not about breaking ties with what is important to me. It's about not depending on certain things, people, places, or emotions. Not depending on somebody to tell me I'm a good person. Not depending on somebody to say, oh, whatever, it'll be all right. Or, you know, really detaching your energy from the need for somebody else's resources, emotional energy, anything. So you can really stand in your own emotional maturity and not rely on others and be there for others rather than not be able to be there fully for others because there's a attachment to what you're going to get out of it, or what kind of receiving you're going to get. That's also a message coming through. Practicing detachment is not about breaking ties with what's important. It's not about depending on certain things, people, places. It's about not depending on certain things, people, places, or emotions for my own happiness. It's finding that happiness within yourself, finding that trust within yourself. And that will come through trusting your gut and your spirit and what you want. It's going to move you exactly where you need to go. It's guiding you to exactly what's in alignment for you, what will bring you joy and spiritual contentment. I do feel this is a very spiritual reading for you guys. A very yes, very spiritual reading here. It says, when my happiness comes from within, I get involved in relationships in a healthier way. So we don't have that kind of codependent, exploitive, maybe power power hungry, or power dynamics that are unhealthy in our relationships. We can go into a relationship fully okay with it going nowhere or going everywhere, because we are fine as we are, exactly as we are. So I do love that. So don't, if there's, this could be saying, you know, just keep in mind your intentions and your expectations here, and what are you doing something to get something from it, or can we find that within ourselves, and then just, if it comes, we get extra, it's a bonus, but we are not relying on certain outcomes or certain responses or certain even substances, stuff like that, to get us through. Okay? It says practicing detachment is a path of integrity. It doesn't mean we stop loving. It doesn't mean we completely ignore and detach ourselves from everything. It just means our energies, our happiness, our joy, our kind of sovereign nature, our peaceful, quiet self, our deepest soul self is not affected by things around us. It just isn't, because our energy is not attached to that, or to what we're going to get from it. It is a very long process of learning this, and kind of learning that detachment doesn't mean like being cold-hearted or not caring, or it's just not attaching the outcome of you and where you're going, what you need in your life, to somebody else or something else, or what makes you know, this is, oh, without a beer I'm not going to be happy. I can't be myself without that person or that thing or that, you know. It's having that attachment to your own self, your own image, your own truth, to something else outside of yourself that needs detached from. It's not the loving or the caring or the showing others that we do care. It's just, hey, no matter what you do, I'm not attached to an outcome. I'm not counting on something from you, even though if I do get something in return, or it makes me happy, that's great. I'm going to be grateful. I'm going to show gratitude for that, but I'm not counting on it, and it's not going to break me. It's not going to make me or break me. You're not going to make me better or worse, and you're not going to break me and make me better or worse. It's just one of those things where you just, it's so, yeah, it's a lesson I've definitely had to learn, and it has a lot to do with codependency, and why am I leaning into this person or this thing or this compliment or this, why am I leaning into this for some kind of stability that I don't have within myself. And finding that stability within yourself is so important, you guys. And it's a work in progress, always. And I love that we can have relationships in a healthier way with yourself and others. Practicing detachment is a path of integrity. I expand when I stop resisting and let go. When what you resist persists was the key phrase for that card. Okay, I love that. All right, you guys, this was a little bit long of a reading. I think it's because I added in the prayer, which always takes a little bit of time, and we did talk a little, but we are going to get a surrender card before you go. What do we need to surrender, Libra? Surrender stress. Surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths. Exhale the tension you've built up in your body, and let the stress go as you come back to your center, which goes really nicely with your reading and finding that center, so you can really listen to yourself and really hear what your body is telling you, because that's what these gut instincts are. It's your nervous system telling you something isn't right because I'm not in alignment with something here. So that is your guys' reading. I hope it helps somebody. And as always, I appreciate you guys coming and watching your reading, and I appreciate your guys' likes, your subscriptions, all that. I hope everybody has a good day. I hope everybody's taking care of themselves, and I will talk to you later.